Piper the Skyrider, a Piper's Ponytails storybook. This is part 2. When we last left off the tale of Piper the Skyrider, a fun ride through the woods had turned into an adventure in the sky, where Piper and Spark had flown to the Unicorn Kingdom in the clouds, just in time to see a dragon steal the Unicorn Queen's crown. Now, it's up to Piper and Spark to find the dragon and get the crown back. But can they save the day? After what seemed like a very long time, Piper and Spark reached the dark entrance to a cave, shaped just like a dragon's mouth.
This must be where the dragon thief lives,
Piper said to Spark in her teeniest, tiniest voice.
So let's be as quiet as a pair of mice, or he might hear us.
Piper got off Spark and began to tiptoe. Behind her, Spark did his best to tiptoe as well. Only the closer they got to the dragon's cave, the louder Spark's teeth started to chatter.
I know things can seem scary sometimes, Spark,
Piper said.
But the unicorns are counting on us, so we have to be extra brave.
But just as Piper was showing Spark how to be extra brave, a terrible wailing sound made them both jump.
What was that?
Asked Piper, alarmed. Piper peeked inside the cave, and lo and behold, there was the dragon. And on top of the dragon's head sat the Unicorn Queen's crown. Cried the dragon as big dragon tears rolled down his big dragon cheeks. Piper stepped into the cave, suddenly feeling braver than before.
Oh, what's wrong?
Piper asked the dragon.
Well, I've got this shiny new crown and lots of fun toys, but no one to play kings and queens with.
Sobbed the dragon.
Oh, cheer up, Mr. Dragon,
said Piper in her cheeriest voice.
I'm Piper, and this is Spark, and we know exactly who you can play with. Follow us,
she cried, and with that, Piper jumped onto Spark's back and rode out of the cave into the big blue sky. The dragon stopped crying and smiled a big, toothy dragon smile as he called out,
"Wait for me!"
As they all reached the Unicorn Kingdom, the unicorns looked alarmed at the sight of the dragon chasing after Piper and Spark. But on landing, Piper was quick to explain.
The Unicorn Queen just wants her crown and other things back, and Mr. Dragon just wants someone to play kings and queens with. So, all you have to do is play together.
Before long, the Unicorn Queen's crown was back on her head where it belonged. And beside her, the dragon was now also wearing his very own crown. Piper took part in the game, curtsying playfully.
Your Majesties are looking so very royal today,
said Piper. The dragon adjusted his crown proudly.
Thank you, Lady Piper,
replied the dragon,
for showing me that asking to play with others is better than taking things from others to play with on my own.
Soon after, it was time to go, and Piper waved goodbye as she and Spark rode the rainbow all the way from the Unicorn Kingdom back down to the forest, where their big adventure had started.
It's good to be back on the ground, boy,
said Piper, as Spark neighed in agreement and galloped down the same path they had taken earlier that day.
Where should we go next?
Spark neighed again loudly, and Piper chuckled.
That's a great idea, Spark,
said Piper.
Let's go home.
The end.
Hey kids, don't forget to check out Piper's Ponytails on YouTube and subscribe.